Now on 4, prepare to be tangoed on tonight's Deals on Wheels.
Hello and welcome to Deals on Wheels, the car programme that shows you the tricks of the trade and gives you the lowdown on buying and selling second-hand cars.
So whether you're buying anything from a Ferrari to a Fiesta, we're here to make sure you know what you're doing.
On this show, we hit the road with a Fiat Barchetta, take the family for a spin in a Vauxhall Cavalier and check out our star buy of the week, a Volvo Amazon. But first, it's the Ford Escort 1300E. This hit our streets in 1973 and was only in production for 20 months, making it a collectible model. This car has gone in and out of fashion like a pair of flares, but right now it's up there with the most desirable designer gear. Perhaps more important is its mechanical simplicity and rear drive layout. The 1300 engine was helped along by a particularly smooth 4-speed synchromesh gearbox. Now this unit's very strong and there really shouldn't be any problem snicking between the gears. They're a perfect learning ground for those who want to get their hands dirty and have enough retro appeal to be cool, especially in purple. Lee from Liverpool is a long-term devotee of these cars. They bring back fond childhood memories for him. Anyway, he's decided it's time to pack up his toys and pass the car on to a new fan.
And this is her, Tango. Isn't she lovely? I've had Tango now for about 5 years. I've spent approximately about £1,600 on her. She's been in storage for the last 4 years, and I can honestly say I've not even put 1,000 miles on it. Yeah! First time, every time. My first Escort when I was 14 years of age, played around with it and learned how to drive it. It's a car, you know, before its time, really. Everything about it, sporty type steering wheel, even the window wipers. Cars are a big part of people's lives, especially fellas. Fast cars and red cars, cars with long bonnets. A lot of people do, you know, look at it and admire when you drive it past. A lot of car, really, for its age. I'm asking £1,895. I'll probably accept about £1,800, but we'll just see where I can get, really.
This brings back memories. Now, the synchromesh gearbox in these is great, but it can give you problems. Don't despair, it's easy to spot. It's designed to operate nice and smoothly, and if it doesn't, well, there's your problem.
Any Mark I Ford Escort is going to be well over 20 years old, so it won't be a spring chicken. So when you come back from your test drive and the engine is good and hot, take off the oil filler cap. Now, if there's lots of fumes coming out of here, you know the engine's worn. And if it's really bad, it'll be showing low oil pressure on the dash gauge as well.
Try to avoid one with more furry seat covers, fluffy dice, whip heralds and fog lights than your local branch of Alford's. It won't take a genius to work out it's probably been owned by a boy racer, and handbrakes around every car park from Billericay to Blackpool.
Most Escorts of this sort of age are going to have been repainted at least once. Now, the best way to check for a respray is to look to see where new paint has got to where it shouldn't have. And a classic area is around the outside of the windscreen rubbers here or around the base of the windscreen wiper posts. Now, if you think the car has been resprayed, be especially vigilant when checking for signs of rust or accident repair. But don't be too hard on the old cars, because there are very few that won't have been repainted at some time or another.
The old Ford Escort holds fond memories for me, and it looks in good nick, but I want to try and save myself a few, Bob. That's why I think it's worth 1,500 quid.
Well, Lee is asking $1,895 for his car, and I think it's worth every penny, because a car as good as his can be used every day.
A guy called Roger called, and I'm going to meet up with him this afternoon and see what he has to say. So, waited with bated breath. It's done not even 50 miles since the last MOT. In fact, all the MOTs that I've got, it's just sat in the garage on blocks.
These are a bit of a shame.
What's wrong with them? They're original.
No, they're not original. They would never have been on there new.
You caught these? Yeah.
No, we did put them on. I mean, it could well have been a deal.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I like the car and I'm interested. It's just whether or not we can strike a deal, really.
Do you want to come in?
Yeah.
I'll cut it to the quick. All right. Minimum I'll take. I did speak to you briefly on the phone. You can have the other engine, the box and everything else. You can take it for 17 and that's it. I won't take any less, and it's not even worth trying. Otherwise, I'll just leave it.
Right, okay. That's more than you told me on the phone.
It's 50 quid more, but I'm giving you a lot more gear. I mean,
Tell you what I was originally going to say to you. I mean, you said 16.5. I was going to say 15. You've gone up a bit. I appreciate a few more bits. I mean, 1600 is what I would give you for it.
No, Roger, I'm not going to argue. Honestly, that is it. The tyres cost me 300 quid. They're brand new.
I can believe it. I mean,
yeah.
Basically, the car is a good
It's the colour as well. There's not very many E's, that colour. It's one of them type of cars. I mean, I can honestly say when I do get it out, which isn't very often, it's generally in good weather like this, you can take it out and everyone's, wow, you know, the colour, the condition of it and everything. If you want to lose a car for 100 quid, it's up to you, I'll just keep it. I'm sticking by my guns.
If it was what you told me on the phone, I'd say, yeah, okay. That would be me.
1650.
Yeah. It's not a car that is worth a fortune. So I'm thinking I'm sure we can strike a deal. But perhaps not.
50 quid more, yeah? 50 quid more. Yeah, you will. Bye. I think he's been very silly for 50 quid. I mean, you know, you might think, you know, it's one of them things where, you know, it's money, but it's not the money side of things. It's, I don't know, sentimental, I suppose, if anything. It's just one of them things. It's just basically to decide whether I do want to sell it to him and whether I want to let it go for 1650. I'll ring him either way, just out of courtesy. I mean, it's just the way I am. I'm not the rogue, you think? Hello, Roger. Not so bad, thanks. Could you possibly pop back for half an hour at the most? Probably going to regret this for the rest of my life. $16.50. You want to go with that?
Yeah, you're happy to go with that?
Okay.
All right, then. The deal is done. All right, fine.
Cheers.
See you next time.
See you now. Bye. Doesn't seem a lot for a car which you've had for 5 years. And you've spent a lot of time and things. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind.
Lee nearly lost that deal for 50 quid when he could have saved himself time and embarrassment if he would have just taken the offer in the first place. Mike's
off car shopping again, and this week we've given him the task of buying a sports car for under £10,000.
So, I've come to Dusseldorf to track down a sports car for under 10 grand. Now, you're probably thinking, Mike's going to buy a Beamer or a Porky, a Porsche. Well, actually, I'm looking for something a bit more Mediterranean, a Fiat Barchetta. I'm looking for a magazine called Daz. It's the German equivalent to the Auto Trader. Aha, here we go. Now, in here, you'll find the names and addresses of all the Fiat dealers in and around the city. Come prepared. In Britain, I've done a bit of research and found the name of a Barchetta dealer just outside Dusseldorf. But it's a good idea to find a few more, and that's why I use Daz. OK, so I'm going to buy a new car from a dealer. Now, that's not very deals on wheels, I say. But the fact is, a used Barchetta at home can cost 14 grand. Then you can get a new one here for under 10 grand. That's a saving of £4,000. You work it out. And it's not even a problem that it's left-hand drive, because they only made them that way. I think I could have found the cars. But I've seen enough. I'm going to go get myself something to eat, and I think I'll sleep on it.
This is it. 7 o'clock in the morning. I need to get myself up, get myself in the bathroom, get some breakfast, make sure I'm ready for the day. Let's hope it all goes well and I buy this car, eh?
Here we go. Guten Tag. Hello.
Hello.
My name's Mike.
Elizabeth?
Hello, Elizabeth. I was in the area looking for a Fiat Barchetta, and I noticed that you've got two quite nice ones on your forecourt. There's a cover.
Bitte?
There's a cover missing.
Ja, die Verkleidung ist mal im Kofferraum.
Is in the boot,
Ja,
okay.
ja, ist im Kofferraum.
It looks
Das ist
nice.
ein neues Auto.
So far, so good. They look nice. The black one's cheaper, though. My aim is to buy a sports car for under 10,000 English pounds. So, can you tell me what could you do price-wise on the black one?
Für den Schwarzen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've come prepared with cash, which I've brought with me.
Wow, that's a bonus. My
So if
brother
we
will
could,
tell you if you can do
netto,
something
yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Also wäre ich bei 31.500 Mark. 31,500 wäre der...
That would be the best price. 31,500.
31,500.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just? Yeah, it's still.
Just a bit over what
Yeah,
you
it's
came
still
with,
too
yeah.
much.
Wie viel ist das denn? Was ist das denn
30.000,
auswärts?
das Pfund ist
Yeah.
im Moment 3 Mark.
3 Mark.
Ja, ist gestiegen. Ne? Ist Wahnsinn.
How about if I was to make you an offer? 29,000. I can take it away today.
29.000.
Nee, geht nicht. Das ist unter meinem Einkaufspreis. Das kann ich auf gar keinen Fall
I
machen.
can take it away now. I could drive it away, and you won't see me again.
Also 30.000 könnte ich mir vorstellen. Also das wäre aber dann auch wirklich...
Yeah, 30,000. That would be our very, very lowest price.
Just 30,000 is getting there. We're getting there, but we just need to make it that little bit cheaper. If we was to meet in the middle, you said 30,000 Deutschmarks. I say 29. How about we meet in the middle? 29,500. Just this once.
Ja gut, okay. Wäre ich mit einverstanden. Können wir machen.
Does it help if I put that on the
Wir müssen
table?
auf jeden Fall jetzt einen Vertrag machen. Ne? Ja? Aber 29,5 bin ich einverstanden. Können wir machen.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we do it. Yeah,
You do it?
29,500.
Super. Well done.
Excellent.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Well, there you go. We've done one. We bought one.
Yeah, now you have to do a contract.
Yes, that's fine. Contract's fine with me.
Ja.
Right, let's, while they're raising me an invoice, let's just work out exactly how much I spent there. 29,500 divided by 2.95, I think the rate is now. So, here you go, bang on budget, £10,000. And for a minute there, I didn't think he was going to budge, because he was pretty strong, but when I got the cash out, he sort of fell over, which was good. But now I've got the best bit of the journey to look forward to, and that's getting it out on the autobahns and giving it a real run for its money.
That was a complete bargain. Normally in this country, a Fiat Barchetta new will cost about £15,825, and you paid 10 grand for one.
Yeah, but before you go charging off, make sure you follow these simple tips to buying abroad. If you buy new, you will have to pay the 17.5% VAT in the UK. If it's 6 months or older, then there's no duty. Once you get it home, make sure you go to your vehicle registration office with all your documents. They'll charge you 25 quid and issue you with a UK number. Once you've done that and taxed it, you're off.
Yeah, I don't know why more people don't do it. Now, after the break, we'll be dropping it down a gear and going out for a family outing in a Vauxhall Cavalier, and also taking a nostalgic look at the 60s Volvo Amazon.
You're tuned to Ray on Reef Radio.
Wishing farewell to my good buddy Franco, who's been lured away to the big city for a
Measly 100% pay raise.
So it's
Goodbye to sleepy old Reef Harbor. No more days at the races. No more nights on the town. You're gonna miss popping out for seafood.
and I
know you'll miss the way they serve Bacardi around here. But if you gotta go.
Gillette Series Body Spray, the long-lasting body spray. Gillette Series Body Spray. It keeps you ready for anything.
For some people, the path to buying a new car is full of uncertainties. But now we're introducing a simpler way to buy a new Ford. Simpler to choose the model you really want. Simpler to take it for a test drive. Simple, straightforward pricing. And a range of simple ways to pay. Experience simplicity. Call 0800 64 64 64 to connect with Ford.
Oh, it's hot in here.
Yes, I'm melting.
Watch out.
Shh, over here, look, it's the thing.
Oh, and he's opening the thing.
Oh, you know what that means? Coca-Cola! Check out that view.
Oh, I can taste it already.
Here it comes. Wow, that hit the spot. Cracking.
Welcome back. The Vauxhall Cavalier is the mother of all company cars. And for good reason. Let's face it, nobody dreams of owning a Cavalier, but they are cheap and reliable, so they do make sound economic sense. But they're about as exciting as waiting for a bus on a Sunday. Apart, second-hand Cavaliers have become bargains on the used car market since the arrival of the replacement Vectra last October. Once a new model comes out, the old one will take a dip in price, and now is a good time to buy one. And you do get lots for your money. You get electric windows, power steering, sunroof, 6-speaker stereo system, so you can hear the music banging away in your head. They're quite good. Having said that, the Hendersons from Kelso in Scotland have slightly outgrown theirs and are ready to move on to bigger things.
Sit nice, clever girl. Mummy's going to get you dinner. Don't do that, Bruce. That's no nice. Hi, I'm Diane. We're selling our car, which is a bit of a harassment with all their kids running about and trying to organise everything. We've got 4 kids: Scott, Bruce, Shelley and Christy. We've got a dog, a cat, a rabbit. This is Lammy.
No, Lammy.
Yeah. Stop it. Come on. We've got a Vauxhall Cavalier, and the reason we're selling it is because basically we don't fit in it. As you can imagine, we are this lot. Bruce, speak to Christy. See, this is what happens. The boys start off gone wild, and then the lassies start. It's all right, Christy.
Stop fighting.
This car just isn't big enough for us. I'm so sick of them fighting in the back. They need split up.
Stop it.
Stop it, you pair, really.
We're looking for an Espace. A Renault Espace. It's the in-car at the minute. Along with having the kids, I'm actually an even lady. I've not been doing it that awful long, but I found it's such an effort to take them all out that you need excuses now to take yourself away through the house. Hello there, hi Pauline. And it gives us an excuse to put makeup on. Usually I haven't got time in the morning to put makeup on, but now that I'm an even lady I feel I have to. And it's brilliant. Scott, I'll tell you a good idea. Go and make us a nice sign for the car.
Alright.
That's for the price, man. That's for the price. You must be joking. No, giving it away. You need to stand it and hold it upside down, man.
Daddy, I'll get your coats. We'll go this way. There you go, going for a song. Vauxhall Cavalier, 2 litre LI, 2,400. Very cheap at the price. Bruce, go and get Christy.
Blimey, I think they needed a bus to get that lot in. If you are thinking of buying a Cavalier, the chances are you'll be looking at an ex-fleet car. And there are good and bad points to that. It should have an excellent service history, but the bad news is that the engine's probably done high mileage. But don't let that put you off, because all Cavaliers are fairly bulletproof in the engine department. What you should check, though, is the suspension. Give it a good firm shove down in either corner and wait for it to rise and fall 1.5 times. If it doesn't, you might be forking out for expensive shock absorbers.
This is the correct jacking point on a Vauxhall Cavalier, and I'm showing you this because a lot of Cavaliers have been jacked up here under their front suspension wishbones. Unfortunately, the wishbones fitted to cars built between 89 and 93 really weren't up to that kind of treatment and cracked. Now, in fairness to Vauxhall, they did tell MOT stations about the problem, but you would do very well to check the condition of the wishbones yourself. They should be in as-new condition.
When you test drive a Cavalier, take time to get used to the pedal arrangement. There's quite a bit of height difference between the accelerator and brake pedal. Fine for a bit of motorway driving, but it can play havoc with the old calf muscles if you're stuck in town traffic.
Make sure you get in the back, not only to check out the basics, like how much legroom there is, but also the less obvious things, like whether the window winders work and the condition of the upholstery.
Every 3 years, companies change their fleet cars, which means there's a lot of these Retmobiles about. The Hendersons are asking 2,400 quid for theirs, and it looks like a nice car, but still, it's a tough market out there, so I'd only want to give 1,800 quid.
Well, I agree it's a buyer's market, but I reckon it's worth all of £2,000. Let's see how they get on.
Well, we've finally got no space. Much more space in it. There's actually a spare seat, so the dog can come with us in comfort as well.
The only problem is we've got 2 cars now. We need to get rid of the Cavalier. But, Bruce, leave that alone.
Didn't do that, Bruce. Shut the door. I'm getting a bit nervous now. There's somebody coming any time now, and I've never sold a car before. I'm getting really worried. Stuart's been trying to coach me and tell me everything that I'm supposed to say, but whether it comes out like that or no. And I'm just hoping like mad they're going to buy it. I'll try everything. This is it. You want to come and have a look? It's got the full service history up until 3 years ago. And then, like, Stuart's dad's a mechanic, so they sort of do it between their sales.
Just a wee bit dampness in the wheel.
Is there? So we're just the second owner, aye. And it just turned the 70,000 mile. It was just the end of last week it turned.
Well, I'm definitely interested.
You're interested? Oh, well, that's good. Do you fancy having a bit of spin in it, or...?
It's okay with you.
I'm fine. I'll come out with you if you want.
Aye.
Well, I'll say one thing, you're quite a good driver. I'm always a bit apprehensive when I go in the car with somebody in case they're going to go hearing down the road or something. Not too bad, like, when you're coming to overtake anything, it's got a fair bit of...
Good big kick. Excellent.
So what do you think of them?
Very nice, Yeah, I think so.
Well, as I say, it was advertised at 2.4. I'm trying to sell it at that, and he knocked it down to £50, and when we put it in the paper to the 235. And I mean, I just taxed it last week, and I don't think so. Are you quite happy with that, 2,350?
2-3?
Go on then.
Right, done.
Do you shake hands on this one?
Okay, right.
80, 90. Oh, what a relief. I didn't knock that much off it. I would have went in a wee bit further, but I'm quite pleased because we really needed that much. We've had to pay at least that much to this pass.
£1,000 in cash.
Yeah, look at it all.
It's mine.
It's it's mine.
Sometimes doing a deal is as easy as that. She was extremely courteous, which makes it more difficult to haggle. But she did give a polite 50 quid off the car and everyone was happy. Needless to say, they got their Renault Espace and motoring has become a lot less stressful.
This is the top-of-the-range Volvo Amazon, the 123 GT. Quite simply the most appealing and practical classic car that you can still buy for low-budget money. Now, in my opinion, this pretty 60s coupe stands alone as just about the only classic car you can still use as a daily hack without any of the usual problems associated with classic car ownership. They came as four-door saloons, two-door coupes, and as a terrific estate car with American-style drop-down tailgate. But the 123 GT is the rare and collectible high-performance version, which means any money you spend on one is more likely to be recovered when you sell it. The Amazon also has the benefit of using an engine which remained in production for a very long time. Volvo improved it over the years and made it much more powerful, so if you want a bit more guts, simply bolt in a later engine. That way you'll gain both performance and reliability. It's pretty without being flash, it's quite fast without being expensive to run, it's very strong, it's incredibly reliable, and for the price of a bog-standard modern car on its last legs, it's got bags of character. And that's why it's our Star Buy of the Week. So we'll see you next week with enough cars to fill a cash and carry car park.
Till then, keep your eyes on the deal and keep the cash in your pocket. There you go, sunshine. Don't spend it all at once.
Well, what about the rest?
What do you mean, what about the rest? I went out there and bought that Fiat Marchetta.
This happens every week.
I get to keep it, mate. It's mine. It's not every week.
You know,
I just earn more money
this is
than
a shared business.
It's not shared.
We decide